Jake Stuart with the National Sports Media Association, and today I am joined by 2021 New Hampshire Sportscaster of the Year, Brett Franklin. Brett, thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me, Jake.
First off, congratulations on your award, Brett. I want to know, where did you first start? How did you first get into the industry?
Well, I knew I wanted to be involved in sports media at a young age. I'm originally from Boston, and my father and I used to listen to WEEI sports radio in Boston in the mid-90s, and I was hooked, and I wanted to be involved with that. I always had a passion for sports. I always enjoyed reading, the sports sections of the Boston Globe and the Boston Herald at a young age, and followed stats and, knew in depth about teams at, sports teams at a young age. And my father at one point had a coworker whose son was in the business, actually former New Hampshire Sportscaster of the Year award winner, Mike Murphy. When I was maybe 11 or 12, let me watch him broadcast a over 40 baseball semi-league game up in Concord, New Hampshire. And I knew right then and there that I wanted to get involved with it. And then over the years, just kind of learned to get experience. I ended up working at the college radio station of my alma mater that I eventually graduated from, Curry College. I did a Sunday morning show on the college radio station there. It wasn't too far from where I was growing up, and obviously led me to going there, graduating, and then getting a degree in communication, and eventually being very fortunate enough to be hired right out of college to the position where I'm at now at Great Eastern Radio here in West Lebanon, New Hampshire. And I've been very fortunate enough to have networked with some great people and have just been, right place at right time. And I've been blessed to work with some great people on all of the projects that I work on here at Great Eastern Radio, Dartmouth College, and all the high schools here in the area.
Now, Brett, this is your first award from the National Sports Media Association. Well, what does it mean to you?
It's very humbling that my fellow sportscasters here in New Hampshire thought highly enough of me and my work to vote for me on this. I'm very thrilled to be recognized, and it's it sort of validates your work a little bit. I've been up here in Lebanon, New Hampshire for 10 years and covering high school sports, college sports. Have done a little bit of everything under the sun radio business, and it's nice to have a little recognition. Not that I'm out there looking for it. I love what I do. I'm thankful for what I do every day. But it was very nice to have my colleagues give that recognition, and some really, we have some great talent here in New Hampshire. I work with one of my colleagues is Bob Littman, who has won this award 6 times, I believe. And, to be in that same company as some of the other award winners, it's certainly an honor, and it's certainly humbling, no doubt about that.
Well, you talked about Bob Littman, one of the famous New Hampshire Sportscasters of the Year. Who are some of the other sportscasters that you've looked up to over the years, some of the people that may have been your mentors?
Yeah, Bob has certainly been one of them since we work for the same company, and he's just been a great guy that has taught me a lot about preparation and not settling in your craft, to be better every day. Mike Murphy, another fellow winner, voice of UNH hockey. He's again I always blame him for getting me into this, whenever we see each other. And he's been great. I was just an 11, 12-year-old kid, and he didn't have to give the time that he did, and I'm very grateful for that. And everybody that I've worked with at Dartmouth College, Ben Myers, who is the video production head over there, Rick Bender, who's the sports information director, giving me opportunities to do a lot of Dartmouth College games. I've been fortunate enough to have a few calls land on ESPN, and if it weren't for those guys, I would not have had that opportunity. So, and then of course my boss here at Great Eastern Radio, Matt Hausman, he allows me to go out, broadcast high school games, to go out and cover state championships, all of those folks and many more, too many to name. But there's been a lot of people that have helped me in this journey. And, that is something that I try to tell others, that, people have helped me in my journey. I kind of say that it's the broadcaster's code, help others that want to learn this industry. And hopefully I have done that. And I know many people have done that for me.
Brett, your coverage is mainly Dartmouth and a whole lot of high school. Can you talk about, a couple of your favorite events you've had the privilege of covering to this point?
Yeah, I mean, so many. Recently in 2018, Dartmouth college football played Princeton at Yankee Stadium. Got to broadcast a football game at Yankee Stadium. I mean, that's a very rare treat that I was able to do. That was just unbelievable. A couple of years ago, I believe in that same season, Dartmouth beat Harvard on a Hail Mary call, and that landed on ESPN and all over, went viral that weekend. And that was a lot of fun. And just, calling the Ivy League softball championships over the years, that's been a lot of fun as well. And, Dartmouth is a great community, playing in the Ivy League, a prestigious league, and to be playing other prestigious schools. It's an honor to be a part of it, and that they've thought well enough of me to represent them on the air. And hopefully I've lived up to that. But yeah, I would say of my Dartmouth college experience, I mean, broadcasting at Yankee Stadium, 2 Ivy League championships, being able to be on call for those certainly have been very big moments in my career with them.
Brett, how much has your work changed as a result of COVID?
Yeah, well, it's, I think across the industry right now, especially in radio, I work for a radio station group here in New Hampshire. We've had to be on the fly. I've been in studio since COVID has happened, but most of our other talent has, home studios, and has adapted that way. But it's certainly been a challenge. I mean, the year that we did not have sports was tough. And especially going back to Dartmouth, I mean, the Ivy League did not play in 2020 or 2021. Did a softball game the other day. It was the first game in 3 years that we had at Dartmouth. So, it sounds cliche, but you don't, I think I took games for granted. I think taking, being at Lead Arena, being at a high school field to broadcast a game, I missed that. And I think for anybody that was involved with that, but especially the folk that, we missed out on a whole year. And that was tough. That was really, really tough. So I think it's been nice to see a little bit of normalcy go back. But I think also, too, it has allowed the sportscasting industry to be a little bit more, adaptable. I know there were broadcasters that didn't get to travel or go on the road, and there were scenarios where I did that as well, and that certainly wasn't fun, and it was tough to make that change. But just being fortunate to be back. I mean, I think COVID, for anybody, whether it's on the field or off the field, life is precious. We do this where it's an honor for us to be able to do this, to do what we love. And when that was kind of taken away there for a year or two, that was a wake-up call. So anytime now I'm getting ready to go on air or broadcast a game, I am just very thankful to be there, and that we're having an event, and that we're all healthy and able to be there. So it's certainly been an eye-opener, not just in our profession, but in life.
Yeah, I think you worded that really well there, Brett. My last question for you, and thank you so much again for your time, is what advice do you have for younger sportscasters just getting into the industry?
Keep grinding. I mean, that's for me, it's always been networking. I think being able to network no matter who it is, whether it's through an internship, whether it's through a job. This is a small industry. A lot of folks know each other, come across the same gigs. I mean, I think that that is a big thing, but just grinding, going to where you're going to be able to hone your craft. Don't limit yourself on that first opportunity. If you have an opportunity to go, to, Alaska or something, a small market, just to cut your teeth, go and do it, because the more you're able to get experience under your belt, the better. And I think in today's technology, with podcasting, with the ability to, create your own internet radio station if you want, there are so many opportunities that a lot of us broadcasters didn't have even 10, 15 years ago. So just, you got to get in front of a mic. You've got to go out and get your experience. You've got to be able to listen to constructive criticism. As I said earlier, you can't, any good broadcaster shouldn't be content with themselves. You always want to be better. How can I be better? Can I use different verbiage? Can I avoid using this crutch? Being able to take criticism and being able to take advice, I think, is just so big, and it will take you a long way too in this business. And I think being professional, day in and day out in all your dealings, whether you're broadcasting a little league game, whether you're broadcasting a high school game, Division I college, whatever it might be, go into that as that you're broadcasting Game 7 of a World Series. And I think if you again take every opportunity you can, network, take constructive criticism, I think that will take you a long, long way for any young broadcaster out there. But get your reps. Don't be afraid to, again, go out there and try different things, because and be one other thing, be as multidimensional as you can. Don't be, I only am on air. Be on air, production, learning technology. The more you can learn and more hats you can wear, it will certainly take you a long way in this business.
Wow, that's a lot of great advice from Brett Franklin, our 2021 New Hampshire Sportscaster of the Year. Brett, thank you again for being here, and thank you for your time today.
Thank you, Jake. Thank you to the NSMA, all the members. Very grateful. Thank you.
Absolutely. Hopefully we'll see you in Winston this summer.